So beauty comes second to the woman's character because this is going to be the mother of my children. So, because here's the thing with looks.
I'm into attractive women.
Of course.
Okay, but now you're talking brains, not beauty.
No, character.
Character.
Character doesn't necessarily have to deal with her intelligence. I'm looking for a woman that's going to be a good mother to my children, and a big part of her being a good mother to my children is she can't have a past. A woman's beauty comes second to her character. So in other words, I'm going to take a woman that doesn't have a past, that's attractive enough to be the mother of my children, because at the end of the day, looks fade, but character stays. There are several studies that show that the higher a woman's previous partner count, the higher the propensity for her to divorce and or not be a dutiful wife. And
I'm
cheating
saying
goes
there's
up
so
too.
many people out there that's been through the worst torment and fear. Growing up, they probably got raped, but these people grow up to be the best vessels of honor. They walk around earth. They're strong, powerful people, you know.
All right, so I'm just going to make this very simple. If I told you, jump out of a plane, your parachute has a 10% chance of deploying, would you jump out of the plane?
No. I wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't be led to do, you know.
Okay, I'm asking a very simple question. If you were going to jump out of a plane with a parachute, right? And I told you the parachute only has a 10% chance of deploying, which means it has a 90% failure rate, would you jump out of the plane? You would not, right?
No.
Okay, so it would be stupid for me to take a chance, even though it's possible that I could find a woman with a trauma in her past and everything that could be a good wife. It'd be stupid for me to take the chance and wife her up and then come in the next day and see her sucking my friend's dick and then saying, oh my God, fuck. And then she can divorce me and take all my money and my resources and everything else and take the kids away from me because I wanted to operate on a possibility instead of a probability. It'd be very stupid of me to tell guys, okay, you know what, man, even if a girl has a past, accept her and take the risk. No. Men have way too much risk when it comes to marriage to make stupid decisions like that.
You know, but like, it's not every day you're going to find a wife who's perfect, who has this perfect life, who grew up like...
I'm not saying she got to be perfect. I'm saying she's got to be damn near perfect, though.
What?
She needs to be freshly...
But you're in a privileged position because men come to you. You understand? Men come to you. So you're in a position where the guys come to me. I can kind of, it's just happening. Men don't get that privilege. They have to go out there. They have to make the money. They have to become successful. They have to gain the confidence. They have to get in shape. And then they have to vet the woman to make sure she's not going to come in and fuck up and destroy the kingdom that they built. We teach guys, increase your likelihood of success every single time. So how do you increase your likelihood? Deal with a woman that doesn't have a past so she won't fuck up your future. Period.
That's a different mindset. That's a mindset that I don't roll with.
Well, you're a woman. That's why. You don't have to worry about these things because you're not dealing with women.
The answer is y'all got to have these conversations amongst yourselves and work out your issues, man. That's what it comes down to, because you don't even listen to us. But the bottom line is, here's the ugly reality. You need us. Whether you want to admit it or not, you need us.
I admit it. I vote recently. I listen to the guys I date, what they say, what they want.
But it has to be more than just the guys you date. Because many women will say, I respect my man, I'll cater to my man, I'll submit to my man, I'll be cooperative with my man. But then you give the rest of the men in the public your ass to kiss. And it's the rest of the men who provide the security, the safety, the infrastructure, everything else that you need. The reason the world is as safe as it is today, and you can walk through Miami in heels and skirts and not worry about being whooped over the head, because you got security.
I also feel like men are given more opportunity from birth. Like, you have more opportunity than me. You definitely have more opportunity than her.
How so?
As a man, period. As a man, you have more opportunity. Like, don't men get still paid more on the dollar than women?
Yeah, that's still a fact.
That's false. The reason why women earn less money than men, well, number one, that the 80 cents on the dollar, 70 cents on the dollar, that feminists like to spew all the time, that comes from all working men versus all working women. They don't account for career worked, hours worked, degrees, experience, danger of job. They don't account for any of that. Just all. It's just basically all men that are full-time and all women that are full-time. So that's number one. That's the number one issue. Number two, women work jobs that are less strenuous than men, less physically intensive. That's fine, but those are the jobs that tend to pay more, dangerous, strenuous jobs. Number two, women work less hours than men on average. Women take more vacation time than men on average. They're less likely to argue for higher wages. They're more agreeable. They're less competitive. These are all things that are ingrained biologically in women. So it is what it is. Like, women don't earn less money because they're women. They earn less money because of choice. As a matter of fact, let's take it a step further. College campuses now are dominated by women. Like, almost 3/4 of college campuses are run by women. So women nowadays especially have more chance to make more money than men, but they still don't. Why? Because they don't want to go into STEM. They want to go into jobs that pay less, social work, etc. Men dominate STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Women dominate jobs that are less paying, sociology, teaching, education, etc. So, and here's another thing. You go into Scandinavian countries, right? Jordan Peterson talks about this. Shout out to him. That's one of the most egalitarian societies we have, which means equal. And the women, when you and they showed that when egalitarian is at its highest, the genders actually go into what they want to do even more. Men tend to be more interested in things. Women tend to be more interested in people. And unfortunately, the jobs that are more interested in people don't pay as much because they're not as necessary to the infrastructure. So it's not that women get paid less because they're women. They get paid less because of life decisions. And as a matter of fact, it's illegal to pay women less because of the Labor Act from the 70s.
From the 70s?
Well said.
Yeah. So yeah, the wage gap myth does not, it exists because of choice, not because of a woman being a woman. It's illegal to pay a woman less. And just let's use a little bit of logic here, ladies. If I owned a business, right, and I can get away with paying a woman 80 cents on the dollar, I would never hire a motherfucker.
Exactly. You're saving so much money.
Let me say.
Well, the truth is, you know what's crazy about all of this? Because when people attack my views, what they don't understand is that the relationships I'm describing are not just perfect for the man. Women are absolutely happy serving a man they respect. Women are absolutely happy saying, you know what? I know I have the best man on the planet, and I know I make him happy. Women are happy with that.
Yeah, that's true.
They're far more happy with that than they are working some fucking career.
Yeah.
And some garbage. Oh, I have thoughts and opinions and a job.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Have kids,
Dumb
sit
bitch.
at home, be quiet, make coffee.
Yeah.
And it makes everybody happier in the long run.
If women were truly happy doing that for so long, maybe this whole women's lib thing, how did that come about?
That's a psyop from the New World Order. They're deliberately trying to turn women against men. They have to divide the peasants. That's the only way the elites can retain control. They turn the blacks against the whites, the Democrats against the Republicans, the women against the men. It's all a psyop, and they do it purposefully. Listen, a revolution is nothing more than men standing in one place and saying this shit has to change. The reason there's no revolution, despite the absolute tyranny we experience here in the Western world, is because most men aren't allowed out the house because their wife will get mad at them. You have to be home at 10 o'clock. If you're not a king in your own house, then how are you a king anywhere else, right? The law is set up in the way in the Western world where men have absolutely zero power. Most men are clinically depressed, working jobs they hate, in sexless marriages, and they know they can't leave because they lose the house and they lose the kids and they lose everything else. So they don't have time to be concerned with anything that's actually happening in the world. They keep us divided and distracted, and empowering females is the easiest way to weaken the will of men. What happened when the Romans conquered the Greeks? The first thing they did was kill all the fighting age males. And we live in a world now where they are deliberately killing the fighting age males. They're killing the spirit, the warrior spirit inside of men. And they're doing that by motivating the females and empowering them to the point where they're going to sit there and go, you know what? I'm a feminist. You can't tell me what to do. I'm allowed to go out with my friends. He's just my friend. I'm allowed to sleep at his house and drink vodka. Oh, I only sucked his dick. What's the problem? You know what? Fine, we get a divorce. I'm taking the fucking house.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't want the responsibility of managing a man's emotions. Don't want the duty of being the support. Don't want the gender role. The gender role they want is you're supposed to provide and protect. I'm just supposed to be pretty. They don't want rules. They don't want standards of behavior. They want basically to fill out a form that says, I'm a wife. What do? I come, I have sex when I feel like it. I make your child, and then I pass your child off to an au pair, a nanny, a chef, and then I spend the rest of my day in luxury of some sort. This is what most women want. This is why there's a major disconnect, because most women don't want a man who's a provider. Most women want a life of luxury. Oh, I know I'm making enemies now. A life of luxury. That's why I say to my brothers out there, you need to put yourself first always, man. Never put a woman first, because she'll resent you for putting her first, because she doesn't want that kind of responsibility.
I'm about to crash all these ladies' realities.
I'm disagreeing
right now.
I'm disagreeing with that perspective.
Okay, listen. when you meet a man of a certain caliber, you want a guy that is a millionaire, self-made, entrepreneur, successful. They're extremely competitive, assertive, dominant, aggressive. If you tell me, do this, I'm gonna look at you in your eye and say, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm gonna go back and do my business.
Because
that's how I became successful.
That's how we communicate.
I became successful by stepping over people like you and telling you, shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yep.
And I'll be damned if a woman is gonna tell me how to run my business, how to make money, etc. Because I know what I'm doing and I built myself up to a certain point. I don't need you to come in and challenge me or whatever. Now, if it's a guy that's more on your level, maybe an equal to you, cool. He'll listen to you, take you seriously, whatever. But a man that you're looking for, a hyper successful masculine man, is going to look you in your face and say, shut up, go make me some food. And he's going to go back to doing business. And you're going to be attracted by it, you're going to be aroused by it, you're going to suck his dick that night. That's the reality. Women don't want men that are equals. They want a man who's superior to them and shows them that they're superior to them every single day. I tell girls when I date them, this is how it is. Accept it or take it or fucking leave it. I date multiple girls. I fuck who I want. I do what I want. And I'm not going to let no woman tell me how to run things. And whether women want to accept it or not, that is what women like. They want a man who knows what he wants, acts upon what he wants, and he tells her to shut the hell up if he has to. Because we have way too many women, they're entitled, that think they know what you're talking about because you got a degree, whatever it is. Shut up. That's not you. I'm just saying, women out there, if you want to be with a guy that is extremely successful, he got successful by not listening to people like you. So it's amazing to me how we have women all over the place that think that they know what they're doing or they're the secret or they can help scale your business. Shut up. That's the truth. Just shut up and help him.
Don't DeMarco.
Shut up and help him.
Seriously.
If you want an average guy, that's cool. It'll work. But if you want you got 3 guys right here at the table. Millionaire, 1% earner, 1% earner. We're telling you, we don't give a shit what women say. We just want an attractive chick that's going to be quiet and not embarrass us.
Just take stress away from me. Don't bring it
They
to
do
me.
not want women like us, guys.
That's what I'm hearing.
It's why you're single.
But that's why I'm single.
But guys,
Apparently,
this is why you guys are
apparently
hoes.
this is why I'm
People
a headache because I
realize
have a
that-
voice.
And this is why you guys are
I'm
hoes.
supposed to shut up and cook.
Where your voice